This is the mystery. This is the great secret known by the seers, the prophets, and the mystics throughout the ages, that you are consciousness, that you are the creator. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is chapter 27, Reverence. This is The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. This is the final chapter, and one of my absolute favorites of all. Is absolutely necessary to go through this chapter to get a full understanding of the power of awareness and the power you have within you. Okay, so let's begin here. Wisdom 11, chapter 11, verse 24. Never wouldst thou have made anything if thou hadst not loved it. Okay, so you are God. This is what Neville Goddard is saying. This is what he's interpreting this to mean, which I absolutely agree. You are a particle of God. You are God. You created this hologram that you're living in right now, and you did it because you loved yourself. You are now a particle of God, separate from the being of the total God, but you are nonetheless, you are a particle of God, and you were God at one point. But you created this, is what I'm getting at. You created the hologram, this high-tech simulated game we're living in now, and you erased your memory of entering it because it is one being. The hologram is one being, and that is God. God is consciousness. The hologram is consciousness, and you created it in the beginning and erased your memory of it and separated everything just because you loved yourself and you wanted to experience a life, experience something other than being everything all at one time. And that is what is explained right here. Never wouldst thou have made anything if thou hadst not loved it. You loved yourself enough to create this reality to where you can experience a life. And that is from Wisdom chapter 11, 24. In all creation, in all eternity, in all the realms of your infinite being, the most wonderful fact is that which is stressed in the first chapter of this book. That is, you are God. You are the I am that I am. You are God. You are a particle of God, and you are the I am that I am. You are consciousness. You are the creator. This is the mystery. This is the mystery. This is the great secret known by the seers, prophets, and mystics throughout the ages. This is the truth that you can never know intellectually. You can never know this logically. Logically speaking, it appears that there's a beginning to everything. Like scientists try to go back and they try to explain where everything came from, but they'll never be able to figure it out. You'll never be able to determine when things actually started because they never began. It is an illusion that anything ever began. Everything was just created in a time sense. In that context of time, it does not exist a beginning. There is no beginning and there'll never be an end. Everything exists right now and it always has. That is the truth that you can never know intellectually. They will never be able to explain what came first, the chicken or the egg. It cannot be explained. This world you're living in is a hologram. It's a high-tech simulated game that was created and exists all right now. Everything is an illusion. Everything from your past is just an illusion. It doesn't really exist. It never began and it'll never be finished. It is existing all right now, all time space, right now in the present moment. And another thing that solidifies that we are living in a hologram is if a tree falls in the wilderness and there's nothing there to hear it or observe it, it actually doesn't make a sound. It does not make a sound unless something is there to observe it or to hear it. If nothing is there, the tree does not make a sound. That proves that the world is you pushed out. There is nothing without the within. And I love what Neville Goddard gets into right here. This actually solidifies everything as well. Who is this you? Ask yourself that question. Who is this you? Who are you? That is you, John Jones or Mary Smith, is absurd. Your name itself, if you look at your ID, you look at your driver's license and you see your name, whatever it is, John Jones or Mary Smith, that's absurd. That is not you. That is not you. You are the hologram itself, and you've just separated yourself from your true being, which is God itself, which is the entire hologram, which is everything. That is the real you. John Jones or Mary Smith is absurd to identify yourself with as always being. because it is the consciousness which knows that you are John Jones or Mary Smith. That is you, okay? That you are the consciousness that knows that you are John Jones presently or Mary Smith. It is your greater self, your deeper self, your infinite being. Call it what you will. The important thing is that it is within you. It is you. It is your world. It is this fact that underlies the immutable or unchangeable law of assumption. It is this fact that underlies the unchangeable law of assumption. It is upon this fact that your very existence is built. It is this fact that it is the foundation of every chapter of this book. No, you cannot know this intellectually. You cannot debate it. You cannot substantiate it. You can only feel it. You can only be aware of it. And the reason for this is because you've designed it this way. You designed it to feel real. So when you start trying to figure out logically or intellectually everything, you always come to a dead end. You will never discover the truth because it's a circle. There's no beginning and there's no end to a circle, and that is the reality. The hologram that you're living in right now is a complete circle. You will never be able to find the beginning, and no one will ever be able to find the beginning. It wasn't designed that way. It was designed to experience a life. You will never be able to locate the beginning, but that is not why this is created. This is created to enjoy your life and to manifest the life of your dreams. And that's what we're learning on this channel. So don't focus on where it began or how can I figure this out from the beginning or the end. When does it end? Don't worry about that. The present moment is the only moment that matters. And that is the moment of creating happiness, of creating appreciation and experiencing the life of interaction. And don't let anything distract you from that, from your happiness with the present moment. And becoming aware of it, one great emotion permeates your being. You live with a perpetual feeling of reverence, the knowledge that your creator is the very self of yourself, and never would you have made anything had you not loved it, must fill your heart with devotion. Yes, with adoration. One knowing glimpse of the world about you at any single instant of time is sufficient to fill you with profound awe and a feeling of worship. It is when your feeling of reverence is most intense that you are closest to God, closest to your true self. And when you are closest to God, your life is richest. Our deepest feelings are precisely those we are least able to express. And even in the act of adoration, silence is our highest praise. Meditation and silence are our highest praise. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. That is chapter 27, reverence. And this is the final chapter of the power of awareness. I will post the card up. I'll put the card up right now so you can check out the entire playlist that I have on the power of awareness. If you've missed any chapters, I have every single chapter. I've covered every single chapter. So check those out. And don't forget to give me one thing you guys are grateful for. Anything you want me to cover in the future, I read all the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.